Hi folks, how's it going? Um, Rob here, and I'm going to be kind of showing you some stuff that I've got here in kind of my lair. Sell, buy, all sorts of stuff. Junk to some is treasure to others. And today I'm going to be showing you some slot car racetracks that I've had for the better part of 25, 30 years. And some I sell, some I buy, I flip them over. I do all sorts of stuff, and I just figured I'd show you some of them today and see if you may be interested in them. Um, First one I got, they're all lifelike is the name of them. So first one's called Speedway Showdown. That's 11 feet of racetrack, and that's pretty cool. Um, Jeff Burton in '99 Exide car, and Mark Martin the number 6 Valvoline car, and you can see some of the uh, ways the track are. That's kind of like a unorganized figure eight, but 11 feet of track built in there, and two Fords. And this was made back in the early '90s, and I bought it right about that time too. Right when those two guys were driving for the Roush Fenway Racing. So got a Ford hat on too. Next one I want to show you a little different, a little different. Uh, I think it was mostly based on the Grand National Series at the time. It's NASCAR Fast Stocks, and that's got 11 feet of track also. But the only difference is this one right here, like I say, does not have any famous drivers. Number 13 and number, was it 92? Number 92. And you can see the old styles, the whole front end of the cars and stuff like that. And that is lifelike as well, HO scale. And I had those, bought both of those two originally when I first started getting my sets. Then I started thinking, maybe I want to do a little different. So I got myself Super Speedway, Super Spin Out Speedway. If you notice, the 13 car is a little different than this one. He spins out. If you put batteries in the little area right there, put a battery or two in there, and that's what's 15 and a half feet of track. These two cars have to dodge him, and he just spins when he wants to, and he spins out of control. And a pretty good race set. Probably if you're a beginning driver, beginning racer, I don't probably think this is the set probably for you because you need to really learn how to keep cars under control and on the track. So probably one of the other two sets is probably better for a beginner. That's three I've got. Let me get over here. Got some more as well. Let me move some stuff. Got a few more to show. This one right here is actually a partial set. I bought it in a yard sale a few years ago, and it's called NASCAR 500. Still lifelike, but like I say, the box is in rough shape. How many feet of track is it? It actually has that many feet of track with it. Let's see what it says on it here. Doesn't say. Oh yeah, shows right there. 23 feet of racetrack. 23 feet of track. Yeah. NASCAR 500 with the 28 car. See the 28 car, based by that time. Probably Ernie Irvan was driving in 28, or maybe Kenny Irwin, and the 24 car, driven up until the last couple of years by none other than Jeff Gordon. So Ford, Chevy, right there. So I got that at a sale somewhere. Picked it up and probably got a pretty good deal on it. All right, next thing I got is another one, NASCAR 500. Very same thing, but you can see I've kind of kept control of this one. The box is in pretty darn good shape for being 25 years old or better. 23 more feet of track, another 23, another 24 car, another 28 car posted in there. So, and it's got a crossover track too. I didn't even show that earlier. And anytime you got one crossover, you got to have another one somewhere. So where's the other one? Oh geez, here it is. Here it is right here. There's the other one right there. So anytime you got one, obviously you got to have two, or you can never have an odd number amount of crossover tracks. There's 5 of them I've got. This one right here is probably my pride and joy. That's Legends at Daytona, Racing Legends at Daytona. Kyle Petty, Richard Petty, and it's 20 feet of track. This one right here back in the day cost a little bit of coin there to get that even. 42 car, mellow yellow, that's a Pontiac. And the 43 car, the STP car, also a Pontiac. I think it is anyway. I think they were still driving Pontiac back then. And you can clearly tell that's a Pontiac right there, the Grand Prix. This one right here is a little harder to tell, but I'm pretty sure it's Pontiac as well. But still, the lifelike emblem on them. And I'm pretty much a lifelike fan. That's my favorite. And don't you only wish, right? If there was a real autograph there, yeah, real one by Kyle. But later date, I'll show you some that I've actually got autographed. And last but not least, this one right here was not released to the public. It came out in '97, so as of this date, New Year's Day here in 2019, 22 years ago, just about 22 years ago anyway. This one wasn't released to the public. It was only released to folks with Loctite and Permatex. And it's called Winner's Cup. And you can see that's got the Jeff Gordon and a 16 Family Channel car that was driven by Ted Musgrave back in the 90s. Also for Roush Fenway or Roush Motorsports. Roush Incorporated. That's a Ford Chevrolet. But that one is never been opened. I've never even opened that one up. And that's only 8.5 feet of track. And so that's all my tracks I got now. I've got 7 tracks. I've once had probably 13, 14 of them. And I find people that all the time that are interested in them, interested in keeping them, interested in taking care of them. That's my main thing. My main objective anytime I see somebody else get it. Okay, take care of your stuff and just kind of be proud about what you got. While I'm talking, I've been right here kind of opening up a bag of stuff. It's a few loose cars I keep. And the way I keep them, you're going to hear 500 ways. If I get 500 messages in here, you're going to hear 500 ways to keep them. These always work well for me, and I've always been able to keep my speeds up on my cars. And one day I'll show you that I've been able to keep them up. And Lifelike has always said that, let's see, 1,000 scale miles per hour. Okay, and see that 1,000 scale miles per hour. Obviously, folks, that's not 1,000 miles an hour. Okay, scale miles an hour is totally different. But I've been able to keep my original Lifelike cars pretty close to 1,000 scale miles an hour. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to see a difference in some of these cars, and some of them you're not going to see. I mean, a lot of them you're going to see differences in, and but this one right here, you'll see right off the bat, it's got flames on it. Okay, it's a 24 flame car. Okay, all right, and you can see the new DuPont emblem on there, different from some of these others right here. Okay, look how wide the car is. Look how wide that car is. Okay, check how wide it is. Okay, looks like it got the headlights on. Check it out. It's pretty cool. But it's pretty wide. That's a pretty wide car. All right. And here's another one. I just pick them up wherever I can, folks. 28 car. Obviously, it's a Ford. Haviland car. Originally ran by Davey Allison, but by this time he had passed. And but that's what is it? Is that a Taurus? It is a Taurus, isn't it? Yeah, it's a Taurus. So you can see, but he's the same width. I mean, that's the same width car. Okay. Now, let's see if this one's just as wide. This one right here, always like this one. Always like this one. Dave Blaney was always one of my favorite guys, drivers. 93. Let's see if I can get you to see this. Might be able to turn my light here. Help you see 93. I don't know if you're able to or not. I'll turn it around the other way. Really hard to see that gold right there. It's not. I've never understood why they want to make some of the cars so hard to read and stuff. And let's see what he's driving the Amoco Siemens car. Is that a Ford? Let's see. No, that's not a Ford. That's Pontiac. I think that's a Pontiac right there. Yeah, Intrepid, a Dodge. Dodge. So it says Intrepid right there. Yeah, that's a Dodge, but that one is the same width. I think I got one more that's still the same width. I do. Got a little Dodge right here, out of the same camp. Everybody that keeps up with NASCAR or has kept up with NASCAR, you probably see this guy. He was a Daytona 500 winner. Ward Burton, the Caterpillar car, 22 car, Bill Davis racing at the time. And you'll see right there, Dodge and let's see, get up there, Dodge Intrepid, and that's a pretty cool car. Now we're going to see a little different right here. Let's see, maybe that one's a little different. Yeah, that's same width. This one we see a little difference with it, and I've got some of these sets have them the original Lifelike cars. Some have the older Lifelike cars. Obviously, back in the day, you could not put you couldn't put alcohol on the side of your car, cigarettes, any of that type stuff. And Bill Elliott drove for Coors. Okay, check it out. So they had to put Ford on there. Okay, that was a Bill Elliott car. They're proudly putting their Ford emblem on there. See it? But if you'll notice, this car is not nearly the Thunderbird right here, and it's not because it's different brands or makes or whatever like that. It's not at all, because even the Chevrolets back then when they first came out, they weren't as wide. I'll show you a Ford. Here's another Ford. Okay, check these two out comparatively. Okay, check it out. See, it's a difference in this. It's a difference in the width. Oh yeah, it's a difference in them. Oh yeah. You may not be able to see it as well as I can right here, but there's definitely a difference in width right there. And these have been run very, very little. They really, really are in great shape. That's the magnets and everything that comes with it right there, the gears, pinions, and everything right there, and the axles, wheels. You can tell a difference. you can definitely tell a difference, a big difference. Okay? That is a huge difference right there. You can see the width a lot better, and you can see these gearings in there. But yeah, that's just some of my stuff that I have here. Sometimes I sell on eBay. Sometimes I buy on eBay. Sometimes I go to yard sales and buy. Sometimes I sell at yard sales. It just depends on what I've got going on day to day, minute to minute. Got all sorts of toys down here. I've got wrestling rings. I have uh, baseball board games. I've got train sets. I've got just all sorts of board games, all sorts of stuff. And I just figured today I'd post an eBay video up. I'm sorry, a YouTube video. Yeah. So much for not messing up my first time, right? But yeah, thought I'd show off some of my lifelike racetracks and leave some comments. Let me know which one you like, which one you don't like. Um, if you saw some of the cars you liked, 9, and it's actually got Bill Elliott's name on there. Check it out. I didn't even notice that. It's got Bill's name on it. Got T-Bird. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Uh, but if you see something you like or whatever, uh, leave me a message on here, and I'll get back to you. I'll answer anything and everything. Um, I can tell you where you can kind of find stuff, or kind of lead you the right way, maybe. Um, and who knows? Before it's over with, you maybe one of these may be yours. Who knows? Because I'm always swapping around, switching around items constantly. So, oh yeah, you can kind of see who I liked. Look at that. That's an old shirt, but I still wear it. Wear it with pride. So, uh, yeah, Ford hat. Don't hate me for the Ford hat if you're an Earnhardt fan, and if you're a Ford fan, don't hate me for the Earnhardt shirt. But yeah, I'm on the video right now. I'm gonna have some things that I'm maybe gonna post online on eBay, and if we get this channel up and running, who knows? I may even be giving away stuff on here before it's all said and done. And listen, I just need viewers. So if you enjoyed it, thumbs up. Okay, thanks a lot.